Like, hi, have you met Brian Freriedman yet? I know I haven't, but I wouldn't try this. Judge Lehman responds to this order, and he just slaps her down.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively, too?
Into oblivion.
In a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
Brian Freriedman may have just brought Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' Hollywood reign to an abrupt end. That's right. The golden couple could be watching their empire collapse. And the man behind this legal storm? None other than Justin Baldoni, powerhouse attorney, Brian Freriedman. And let's be clear, when this guy steps in, it's never just a slap on the wrist. It's total destruction. So, how did we get here? It all began when Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment, a scandal that sent shockwaves through Hollywood and set off a legal battle no one saw coming.
Blake Lively is accusing co-star and director Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment and a smear campaign stemming from their work together on the summer movie It Ends With Us.
But Blake had no idea what was coming. What started as a single lawsuit quickly spiraled into a legal nightmare, not just for her, but for Ryan Reynolds too. One case led to another, and before they knew it, the tables had turned. Justin Baldoni's legal team wasn't just sitting back waiting to be taken down. Far from it. His lead counsel, Brian Freriedman, reportedly told him, "Sit back, relax, and watch me handle this." And from that moment on, the entire game shifted. Under Freriedman's command, counter lawsuits came crashing in like a tidal wave, and suddenly, Blake and Ryan didn't look so invincible. Let's talk about Brian Freriedman for a second. This man is a courtroom beast, known for his cutthroat, no-nonsense strategy. He doesn't just fight, he dismantles. The way Justin was being treated didn't sit right with him, and like a legal boogeyman, he stepped in, ready to obliterate everything in his path. He allegedly advised Baldoni to hit Blake and Ryan with a $400 million lawsuit for defamation and extortion, and from there, the war officially began.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion.
And just when you think it couldn't get any juicier, it does. Brian reportedly vowed to sue Blake into oblivion, and this wasn't just an empty threat. He meant every word. Now, Blake is feeling the heat. The pressure is mounting, and there's no escaping what's coming.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively, too?
Into oblivion.
But Brian didn't stop there, not even close. He wasn't just coming for the Hollywood power couple. He set his sights on everyone involved in smearing his client's name.
Boom, lawsuit. Justin Baldoni suing the New York Times for an article reporting Blake Lively's claims that he directed a smear campaign against her during the press campaign. Baldoni's lawsuit calling the article rife with inaccuracies, misrepresentations, and omissions, relying on Lively's, quote, self-serving...
And let's not forget Blake Lively's PR team. Yeah, they've been working overtime too.
You are about to file a lawsuit against Blake's publicist, Leslie Sloan. Are we correct? And if so, is it a similar allegation to the New York Times case?
She'll definitely be sued. There's no question about that. I mean, it's just a matter of when and for what, and whether she's included with others or not. And frankly, you know, I'm not prepared to give up our legal strategy.
And just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, let's talk about what went down on February 3rd. Mark that date, because that's when Blake's nerves finally cracked. She was reportedly so rattled that she actually begged the court to let her choose who would depose her. Seriously, who does she think she is? Aya's privilege means nothing in Brian Freriedman's courtroom. And the judge made that clear by swiftly rejecting her request. No special treatment, no shortcuts, just pressure, and it's building fast.
Lively has made it clear that Miss Lively does not want Mr. Freriedman to be the attorney who takes her deposition. Essentially, the judge agreed and told her lawyer that she does not get to choose who deposes.
The fact that Blake even tried to pull this stunt says it all. She's terrified. But the drama doesn't end in the courtroom. This lawsuit is ripping apart her public image and absolutely wrecking her brand. Her once hyped hair care line, it's all but vanished into thin air. Shelves are being cleared, promotions halted, consumer trust gone.
Allegedly, Target is claiming customers are returning Blake Lively's hair care line, Blake Brown, in droves. So they are pulling all of her merchandise off their shelves because they are losing.
Apparently, the public no longer sees Blake as the wholesome Hollywood sweetheart she once was. Instead, she's being viewed as a manipulative power player, someone willing to do whatever it takes to destroy a reputation. And Ryan, he's definitely not escaping the fallout. Rumors are swirling that Marvel Studios has quietly dropped him. And the reason allegedly ties directly back to this lawsuit. Word is, Ryan cracked some not-so-funny jokes about Justin Baldoni, and Brian Freriedman wasn't having it. Marvel, seeing how aggressively Brian was pursuing the case, wasted no time distancing themselves. After all, they're not about to let scandal touch their multi-billion-dollar franchise. Just like that, one lawsuit could be the downfall of two major Hollywood careers. Things got even more heated in court when Blake's legal team tried to pull a fast one, asking for an extension until March 5th, claiming they were overwhelmed by a 10-page lawsuit filed by Jed Wallace in Texas. At first glance, that might have seemed like a valid reason, but as we now know, it wasn't.
Those intended parties, Jed Wallace, along with his company Street Relations, filed an anticipatory and meritless 10-page complaint in the federal district court in Texas regarding issues that substantially overlap with the issues in this litigation.
But Brian saw right through it. In front of the entire courtroom, he called them out, exposing the truth behind their so-called urgent case. The reality? It wasn't some unexpected legal curveball. Blake herself had filed the original lawsuit on January 21st, and Jed Wallace had simply responded. It was a bold move by Brian, and it completely unraveled the narrative Blake's team was trying to sell.
Lively parties conspicuously failed to mention is that the now pending litigation in Texas was precipitated by Miss Lively, who initiated legal action against Mr. Wallace in Texas State Court on January 21st, approximately 2 weeks before he filed his federal lawsuit.
Nothing gets past Brian Freriedman. The courtroom was stunned, and the judge was clearly unimpressed by the attempted deception. Instead of granting Blake's team the extra time they requested, he gave them just one single day to file their amendment, a clear sign that the court was running out of patience.
Anyways, Judge Lehman responds to this order and he just slaps her down. I don't know what else to say. Probably because he probably doesn't take kind to just being manipulated. You know, you should have just been like, I want an extension because I don't have any proof.
At this point, everyone's whispering the same thing. Brian Freriedman is not someone you want to go up against, and the internet, oh, it's eating this up. Social media is ablaze with commentary, and let's just say Brian has earned himself quite the fan base. One user posted, Brian doesn't lose. Blake should have stayed quiet. They got greedy trying to exploit someone who helps the deaf and disabled. Another chimed in, this lawyer doesn't play. He's all facts, no fluff, and a personal favorite. This guy's about to sue everyone and their mom, LA Mao. Good job. But let's pause and ask, who is Brian Freriedman? He's not your average Hollywood lawyer. He's a known and high-stakes legal assassin, swift, strategic, brutal. He doesn't hesitate to take down anyone who comes after his clients. And right now, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and even Taylor Swift are reportedly in his sights. Yes, Taylor, but that's a story for another day. One thing is certain, this isn't just a lawsuit. It's a full-blown Hollywood reckoning. If the tide doesn't turn soon, we could be witnessing the fall of one of Tinseltown's most beloved power couples. Blake and Ryan, once the industry's golden pair, could end up blacklisted. No red carpets, no brand deals, no support left. Meanwhile, Brian Freriedman, he's calmly watching it all unravel, just like he said he would. And don't think this ends here. Brian's still in the building, and let's just say, more names might be next. Hit that subscribe button to stay ahead of it all.